Welcome inside the GCU Arena for part 2 of the doubleheader matchup. It's the Dixie State Trailblazers taking on your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. I am Diana Johnson alongside Marley Thompson, the voices behind this afternoon's volleyball action. And Marley, the Lopes swept the Dixie State Trailblazers in 3 sets last night. The third set, of course, being the closest. It is my prediction that we will see a closer game today because Dixie State has had time to kind of regroup and game plan for this afternoon's matchup. Marley, our veterans really showed up last night, but also some of our rookies as well.
Absolutely, Diana. We had some new faces that made some appearances on the Lope side, demonstrating their growing potential. Freshman Georgia Turi played all 3 sets while accumulating 7 kills, 9 digs, 2 service aces, and 9 points, contributing in a big way considering she only had a couple days of practice. From Broomfield, Colorado, freshman Hope Harper put down a rocket kill, while the freshman out of Washington, Ava Mason, made her debut, putting up 1 dig and 2 assists, doing a great job substituting for Claire Mitchell. On the veterans side, player of the game Jenny Murillo had a stellar performance with 18 kills and 6 digs, and another standout veteran was KJ Adams with a total of 20 digs in her new libero position. On Dixie State's side, Chase Doherty made her absolute best to keep Dixie State alive in this first matchup alongside Megan Trainor and McKenna Nelson. Megan Trainor recorded 5 kills, 9 assists, 9 digs, and McKenna Nelson paced the Trailblazers defensively with 16 digs, but it was not enough to take down the now 3-0 Lopes. The Lopes are looking to complete this 2-day matchup, sweeping Dixie State, while Dixie State hopes to avenge their loss from day 1, Diana.
And a great matchup it will be this afternoon. Well, we'll see you on the other side of this break for some more pregame banter. You're watching women's volleyball right here on GCU TV.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in a chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies, all on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
While you explore our country, let Community Tire Pros be part of your journey. We're here to give everyone something to look forward to. Message us or schedule an appointment online at Community Tire Pros today. Tire Pros, we're here for you. When you have the urge to play outside, Tire Pros wants to get you there, offering convenience, selection, and our national roadside assistance. Message us or schedule an appointment online at Community Tire Pros today. Tire Pros, we're here for you.
Welcome back inside the GCU Arena. Even despite winning yesterday, the Trailblazers are not going to give it to them. Marley, what are some ways that GCU can execute a doubleheader game sweep against the Trailblazers with the Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game?
Well, Diana, the first of the 3 keys is bang, bounce, and thump. And for all of those of you watching out there, those are slang terms for kills. GCU had 48, while Dixie State had 31. So the girls really need to take advantage of that, utilizing all the positions that they have out there, and the girls and the veterans and the new people coming in. Key number 2, Ace of Spades. When you're playing a card game, Ace of Spades has the highest, most valued card in the deck, just as service aces do during volleyball. GCU had 7, while Dixie State only had 1, so the girls once again need to take advantage of that. And the last but not least, pressure, no problem. Although in set 3, Dixie State applied the pressure to the girls, they stayed cool, calm, and collected when going against a team that had more game playing experience. And I believe that if they stick to these and highlight on these 3 keys, they will sweep Dixie State.
And now we're going to go ahead and send you guys down to Prayer National Anthem and the starting lineup.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beautiful GCU Arena here at Grand Canyon University for today's exciting volleyball action. Today's matchup features the Trailblazers of Dixie State University and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you now to please rise if you are able. Gentlemen, please remove your hats or caps. We begin this afternoon with a word of prayer. Please direct your attention to the stairwell at the bottom of Section 103. Today's prayer will be led by Sydney Kincaid, a senior majoring in healthcare administration and a GCU cheerleader.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this day and for the opportunity to come here and compete and to represent our schools, Lord. I pray that you will be with all the players today, all the officials, and all the fans. And I pray that everything that's done today will be all for your glory. We love you. Amen.
Thank you, Sydney. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you remain standing and join us as we honor our great nation with the playing of the national anthem. The Star-Spangled Banner will be performed today by your very own Thundering Herd Pep Band under the direction of Dr. Paul Cook and this afternoon, his associate, Ryan Hatmaker. Here are today's starting lineups, beginning with the visitors, the Dixie State Trailblazers. At right side hitter, number 2, Kate Hardy. At defensive specialist, number 4, Rebecca Ferris. At libero, number 7, McKenna Nelson. At outside hitter, number 8, Sydney Johnson. At middle blocker, number 13, Megan Trainer. At middle blocker, number 16, Laulive Tonga. And at setter, number 20, Taylor Laufiso. The head coach for the Trailblazers is Robin Felder, assistant coaches Camila Hafoka and Rick Reed. Defensive specialist, the 5'4" junior, number 6, Mia middle blocker, a 6-foot junior, number 7, Annabelle Kubinski. At libero, a 6-foot senior, number 10, A.J. Adams. At right side, hitter of 5'11", freshman number 12, Georgia Furry. At outside hitter, a 6-foot senior, number 15, Jenny Murillo. And at middle blocker, a 6'2" junior, number 16, Tyra Moss. The assistant coaches are Jeffrey Liu and Abby Saylor, and the head coach of your Lopes is Tim Nolan.
And to go ahead and recap the starting lineup for Dixie State, we're going to have Kate Hardy, Rebecca Ferris, McKenna Nelson, Sydney Johnson, Megan Trainer, Laulive Tonga, and Taylor Lafiso for the starting lineups for the Dixie State Trailblazers. And for your Grand Canyon University Antelopes, we got Claire Mitchell, Mia Gillard, Annabelle Kabinski, KJ Adams, Georgia Turi, Jenny Murillo, and Kyra Moss starting off the match. Lobes are coached by head coach Tim Nolan, and the Dixie State Trailblazers are coached by Robin Felder. Looks like Dixie State won the coin toss in the captain's meeting, so they're gonna go ahead and start off first set with the serve. It'll be number 4, Rebecca Ferris, kicking it off. Ferris. Gillard out to Turi. She's gonna send that one down line. Outside to Johnson. KJ Adams makes easy work of it. Out to Turi again. Jenny. Middle to Kyra. She free balls it over. And Kate Hardy sends that one into the net. A first point is awarded to the Lobes. It's kind of a long first rally, Marley.
And that's what we like to see, but like you mentioned, Diana, Dixie State came out here with a little bit more determination here this afternoon, and the girls on the Lope side are really going to have to keep on applying that pressure.
Johnson with the net error. I believe she might have touched the net with her follow through on her swing. So Turi's gonna take the ball and say, yep, I'll serve again. Johnson tools that one off of the hands of Claire Mitchell. Point goes to Dixie State. It's 2-1.
What great energy by Johnson, who is a senior at Dixie State. We did not see her last night at all, Diana, but as you can see, they've kind of changed up who's substituting who, finding that right combination again, and it paid off right there.
Mitchell for Moss, cross court, picked up by Taylor Lafiso. Megan Trainer sends that one out of bounds.
Great read right there by Mia Gillard, that freshman that we could not stop talking about last night, Diana. Defensive specialist, she shows her ability to get around the court and her great reads as well with great communication.
Good pickup from McKenna Nelson. Mitchell to Jenny Murillo. Deep court ball picked up, kept in play. Mitchell for Jenny Murillo, down line, deep corner spot. I think that'll be her first kill this afternoon. KJ Adams taking the serve. Lopes are up 4-1. Johnson keeping that in play. Laulive Tonga bringing the energy to the team on that point.
Nice little waterfall drop right there, Diana. And you can feel the intensity on Dixie State's side saying, we are coming for you, we are ready, and we have prepared.
Jenny, tight ball. She tools that one off the block. It just skims across the hands of Dixie State's front row defense. Lopes are up 5-2.
Diana, it is only the first set, and the score is only 5-2 GCU, but man, it feels like they've already played for a long time today with the amount of energy that they have here today.
Definitely. Claire Mitchell kicking that one off. Tonga. Looks like there was a violation on the Lope side. So Dixie State keeping it relatively close with the Lopes. I'm guessing head coach Robin Felder kind of probably went home to her hotel room and worked out some new lineups that maybe would work, and that's why we're seeing a little more from Sydney Johnson playing all the way around. Tonga putting one down, another one for the team. And Dixie State's rapidly closing in on GCU's 5. There's a 1-point differential. It's 5-4. Good pickup. Ferris keeping that one in play. Good pickup by Claire Mitchell once again, diving to keep that one in play. Nelson. KJ Adams. Good defensive efforts all the way around. Lopes are looking for a touch, and they're going to be awarded it. That long rally awarded to Lopes, and great defensive effort from both liberos. We saw KJ Adams and then Kenna Nelson.
Great call by the refs right there, Diana, as well. Those girls, like we said, sacrificing everything. Dixie is feeling some type of way today, and GCU has been stepping up. It's going to be a close match.
Adams. Down line, Haggy. That'll be your first kill of this afternoon. That line shot really worked for her yesterday. So it's good to see her hitting it again, seeing if it'll work for her today as well, and it has, obviously. Lopes are up 7-4.
And you know, Sarah Haggy, when you meet her, she is one of the sweetest people you ever meet. But when she's on the court, she is very serious and there to throw down and is not afraid to hit those little zingers down the right side, like you mentioned.
Alive Tonga for Dixie State. That's going to be a service error. First one for Dixie State. And I mean, those little points definitely add up, and they can cost certain teams games, so I'd love to see them clean that up a little bit. Kabinski, jump floater. Trainer tipping that one over. Claire Mitchell sets up Turi. That one's going to be off the blocking hands of Dixie State and out of bounds.
And the refs were actually going back and forth. One ref said one side and the other ref said the other side. Looks like there's some confusion down there.
And the down ref gonna walk over.
Diana, they were shaking their heads at each other a little bit.
And they're gonna award the point to Dixie State, saying that they called it 4 touches, so I'm guessing maybe Turi caught some body part on the way down. Which maybe, this is where I wish we had instant replay.
Yeah.
Maybe someday, Marley. Taylor Lafiso sends that one just barely out the backcourt.
got Mia Gillard coming in for the Lopes. Sarah Haggy giving her some words of encouragement like she did last night.
Mia's had quite a few service aces. Great floater. Megan Trainer tooled off the top of the block. Thought maybe the refs would call that one in favor of the Lopes, as it did touch that antenna.
And although this was one of our keys yesterday, Diana, it still very much applies to this game. Both sides got to be block city like we talked about. They got to be able to get up there, block the other team. That is the only way that they can take advantage of any situation that is going to happen.
Certainly makes it easier on the Lopes back row defense, as they can cut off corners of areas of the court. Johnson laying out for that one, fallen short by just a few feet. And I believe the Lopes called the timeout. I might be wrong about that. No, excuse me, Dixie State. That'll be their first timeout of this first set. We're gonna talk it over as you can see that point differential widening between the two teams. But ultimately it's Jenny Murillo on top. She's got 3 kills.
And Diana, you talk about Robin Felder, the head coach of Dixie State, how she probably went back to the hotel or wherever they stay and coming up with a better game plan to take on this rough and rowdy Lopes. But I'm sure she also had to talk to herself as she got a yellow card yesterday from the ref. And she just got to make sure to stay cool, calm, and collected as well.
Most definitely. And we kind of went over kind of the yellow and red card situations in volleyball in the last game, but you know, I probably should have gone back and reviewed what those cards mean.
Well, for a yellow, it's more like a penalty. Nothing will really happen, but if you're talking about, you know, the pros and everything, and then it is taken a little bit more seriously, and you can be ultimately not play. You can also not play here for the rest of the set or whatever they determine.
Yeah, one yellow card is a warning, and where 2 is, you better watch it.
And I think they usually give a verbal, you know, watch out warning to the captain, and they tell the coach or whoever it is on, and then after that they get the yellow card, and then second yellow card means no thank you.
McKenna Nelson. Nice pickup by Gillard. Good slide by Kyra Moss. Middle from Iowa. Claire Mitchell dumps it. Dixie State kept it in play though, out to Jenny Murillo, cross court, and that's gonna fall right in front of libero McKenna Nelson. Not much she can do about that, as it was a great hard-driven ball, just a little too far in front of her.
Man, that dump by Claire Mitchell. We saw one last night, Diana, and when she does it, it is perfectly executed, but here Dixie State picked up on it. It was probably one of the big things that they went over on game film as well.
And big solo block from senior Jenny Murillo. I didn't think Annabelle Kabinski got any of that. I think that was a straight solo block for Jenny.
A lot of thunder on that kill right there, Diana.
Yeah, and they're gonna award it. I see on the stat monitor they awarded her the solo block, so good net defense from senior Jenny Murillo. Megan Trainer. Taking her time. Turi. Out to Murillo. Tonga. It's that one wide. Point goes to the Lopes, and Claire Mitchell steps back to serve. The Lopes have 14, Dixie State's 9. Gradually widening that point difference. Good pickup by KJ Adams. Haggie. Trainer tips that one off the top of the block. Jenny tools that one through the block. That'll be her 5th kill of this afternoon. And I don't doubt she's gonna be in double digits once again. I believe for the 4th game, as many games as we had, I believe she's been in the double digits. Just an absolute asset for the Lopes.
That's right, Diana. She's just one of those raw talents, but not also she's a great talent. She is also an amazing person, which she is just the whole package, and it shows here. Little miscommunication right there as well. And communication, as we touched on last game, is huge. Huge in any sport, but a lot in volleyball.
And normally you don't see that from a libero, as they're the floor generals. They kind of order everyone around as far as it goes on the defensive aspect of a game. Little rarity in this afternoon's game right there. Trainer, Adams. Back to Haggie. She pushes that right through the block, and it's going to fall. And those are just working for the Lopes this afternoon. We've seen Jenny do that a few times. They're really utilizing the mistakes that the blocking side on Dixie State is making on the net.
These are a lot of really close calls, Diana, by the refs. You can tell that they kind of take their time to look at each other to confirm before they hand out the point.
Service ace, Claire Mitchell. That's her first one. And Dixie State's gonna go ahead and time out. And Jenny Murillo is up to 5 kills. Sarah Haggie's got 2, and on Dixie State's side, we got Laulive Tonga with 3, Sydney Johnson and Megan Trainer each with 1 apiece. So, a little early to tell kind of who's gonna be the stat queen as far as on the kill side, but great things we're seeing. And you know what? I'm loving the defense too. We've seen KJ Adams make easy work of a lot of hard-driven balls towards her. And Marley, she actually got put on ESPN or SportsCenter's top 10 for that save she had in that game yesterday.
You know, GCU has been showing up a little bit more, making it big time, as Tavia Rao on our women's basketball showed up, and I believe it was top 8 of the top 10 on SportsCenter from her behind the back pass to Tiara Brown. And then we almost had another one with Laura Piera dropping it in when the shot clock was about to run out. But you were mentioning a player of the game, talking about the opposing side. And honestly, I think if we could choose one for the opposing team last night, it would have to be Megan Trainer. She almost recorded a double-double as well. She had 5 kills, 9 assists, and 9 digs, and then 7 points. And she actually has had her first triple-double of the season. She could have also made that possible last night as well, Diana.
Talented athlete indeed. Claire Mitchell. Trainer's gonna pick that one up, send it to Kate Hardy. Claire Mitchell, good pickup. KJ. For Hope Hannah Carper, didn't even see her get subbed in the game. Good pickup by Kabinski, fishing that one out of the net. And they're gonna play that. Claire Mitchell out to Jenny Murillo. And that one's gonna fall off of Ferris. Great job covering the blockers on the Lope side. Multiple points where the ball went into the blocking hand of Dixie State, and they were able to pop that one back up. So good coverage.
Not gonna lie, Diana, I definitely thought there was a forward touch over there by the Lopes. I think head coach on Dixie State's side was going over there just to clarify a little bit.
Yeah,
but
sometimes.
And Lopes getting that point.
Sorry. Sometimes the those block coverage touches can get a little hairy, so I also question that. Good pickup, KJ Adams. And the point will go to the Lopes. Jenny Murillo. That'll be her 7th, as we're getting dangerously close to the end of this first set.
Great layout right there on Dixie State's side by number 6, Haney. trying to keep Dixie State alive as it is 9-20 GCU here inside the arena.
Tonga hitting that one into the Lopes blocking hands. Good pickup by Turi. Sends it over to Mitchell. Back row for Hannah Harper. And her first kill of her college debut, she actually pulled that move right there, and her line drives, I gotta say, I'm impressed.
Oh man, we talk about what a rocket arm that she had and how she demonstrated it last night, and then once again, she rains havoc here inside the arena, Diana. So she's gonna be a great contributor to this team as years come.
Mitchell producing a service error. That's the Lopes' fourth. Score is 21 to Dixie State's 10. Sydney Johnson back to serve. Jenny Murillo from opposite. And Kabinski with the party ball. She's gonna come away with a point. That's just like giving candy to her. I'll take it. I'll eat that right up. Those overpasses to the front of the net. Jenny Murillo. Trainer making quick work of that set.
Megan Trainer definitely causing some chaos right there, a little confusion on the Lopes. There was no one wearing white anywhere near that ball, Diana. Great play by Dixie State.
Actually, I think that was Howard now that I look at it. Sometimes we're just sitting so far up, it's hard to see some of the girls' numbers. So correction, that was Hannah
Howard.
Hannah Howard
Our
with
apologies.
that beautiful kill. And Ava Mason, another incoming freshman subbed in. Gonna give Claire Mitchell a rest. She serves that one out the back of the court. Scores 23-12.
A little short-lived substitution for some of these girls, but like we said, set one, kind of finding your ground, finding that combination. And I'm sure as the sets go on, we'll see them substitute more.
Taylor LaFiso. Claire Mitchell setting up Moss. Hitting that one wide. LaFiso. Mitchell. Hope Hannah Harper. The other incoming freshman, she's gonna sub right out, but man, love what I'm seeing out of her here this afternoon.
And Hope Harper actually played with a girl I know from high school in Colorado, Diana, and those girls are very, very talented. You can tell that all their hard work definitely pays off when they were playing together on a team.
And on game point, that's going to be awarded to Dixie State. They're bumped about that one. Lopes have 24 to Dixie State's 14. And back to Hope. She's from Colorado. And, you know, I don't feel like a lot of people know this, but I feel like Colorado is a pretty good little volleyball hotspot. That along with Texas and California,
would have to agree, yeah.
and Arizona. So lots of big talent coming out of Colorado.
It's a little hidden gem for all of those volleyball players.
Ferris. Dixie State giving Lopes a little run for their money on this game point. Moss, cross court blocked. Sydney Johnson and Kate Hardy really showing up for the Trailblazers here later in this set. And the beautiful thing about volleyball, Marley, is there can be such a big point differential and they'll close that gap and it'll be a close set. Beautiful floater from Ferris. Turi picked up. Ferris again, and that one's gonna go short. So set one's gonna go ahead and go to your Grand Canyon University Antelopes.
To touch on what you said, Diana, anything can happen. It's like what they say in the NFL, any given Sunday. It is just the exact same way here for volleyball. Anything at all can happen. And if we look at the stats briefly, those kills once again, and GCU is on top. Their service aces are around the same. Dixie State's got 4, GCU has 5. Need to limit those as much as possible. And once again, GCU is on top of Dixie State with Diggs at 14, Dixie State at 11.
Definitely. So we're gonna go ahead and send you guys to a break. We'll be right back here with set number 2. You're watching women's volleyball right here on GCU TV.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
About time we watched it.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck? Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. We want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
Well, welcome back here this afternoon in the heart of Phoenix at the GCU Arena. Now, Diana, I don't know about you, but I love my Lopes gear and anything else that comes with it. For those of you watching at home or listening in, get the best gear to show off your Lope pride. Go to lopeshop.gcu.edu to find everything GCU, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Make sure to use promo GCUTV20 today only and get 20% off being a GCU TV viewer. Log on and get your gear today.
You know, Marley, it's a good thing the Lope Shop is not right by or anywhere near my apartment, because I'd probably be in there once a day, probably picking out a new t-shirt.
Oh, and they got some cute stuff over there too, Diana. And they sell a lot more than just GCU stuff. They sell essentials, what you need, and everything.
Yeah, I gotta love the Lope Shop. So welcome back for set 2 of this Tuesday afternoon matchup against your Grand Canyon University Antelopes and the Dixie State Trailblazers. Looks like Turi's gonna kick it off. The jump float. Nelson. Out to Howard, picked up by Turi, kept in play by Adams. And Murillo driving one down. Johnson kept in play. Murillo off the block. Give me a touch on the block, and the point will go to the Lopes.
Man, McKenna Nielsen coming out here once again. Great job as a libero. Keep trying to keep the Trailblazers alive again in this second set.
Tonga sending that one out the backcourt. Lopes are up 2-0. Turi still has possession of the serve. Another one of those freshmen. She's from Italy.
This enthusiasm that Dixie State is bringing, I think it has a big contribution of keeping their energy flowing and staying confident against this Lopes team, Diana.
Yeah, and this is kind of the set I was hoping for, a little more back and forth action. Keeping it close. Nice pickup by Johnson. That one's gonna be close. Kept alive by Trainer. That one's gonna be sent down though. Lopes are up 3-1.
Great put down by there for Moss. As she checks out of the game and has Kubinski come substitute for her, but way to step up right there.
Of course, Adams. Howard sends that one long. Adams. Nelson kept that one up. Tonga absolutely blocked by your Lopes.
Great little duo right there, Diana. Kubinski and Mitchell, great job right there being that block city that we were talking about.
Adams. Howard picked up by Turi, out to Jenny Murillo, into the block, poked up by Adams. Jenny Murillo once again. Tooling that off the block. That's her 9th kill. So she's coming dangerously close to double digits. Tonga, Claire Mitchell keeping that in play. Jenny Murillo off shot roll. Pick up, great pickup by McKenna Nelson. Not able to do the trick though.
And you know, it seemed like last game Dixie State was lacking a little bit in communication, Diana, but you can tell here communication is more on key. They are really talking to each other down there. It just seems like GCU is just bringing a little bit more fire, but does not mean that they are not being worn out by this Dixie State team a little bit.
And something notable that we didn't mention in yesterday's game is we have a pair of sisters on the team. Libero McKenna Nelson has an older sister who also is on the team. She's got her sister's a senior. Her name's Jordan Nelson. And the fun thing about McKenna Nelson is she originally signed to go play volleyball at Oregon State, but ended up at Dixie State, I guess. I'd love to hear the story behind that one. But she's majoring in recreation and sports management, so same majors as us, Marley.
And actually, to touch on one other thing that we did not mention yesterday, Diana, Dixie State is actually another newly added team that GCU is taking off. So they've taken on back-to-back new teams as Tarleton has just been added to the WAC as well. What great energy and competition they have brought to the court already.
Most definitely. Welcome to the WAC, Dixie State. We're not going to go easy on you. Adams to Johnson. Net violation, it looks like. Or no, double contact.
Double hit, point Lopes.
Lopes are up 8-1 You know, I thought earlier on in the set, I thought it'd be a little bit closer, but Lopes are really pulling away. Good little quick by Tonga.
You know, even though they are trailing the Lopes right now, they are not holding back from jumping up and down, high-fiving each other. So I love the positivity on this Dixie State team.
You wouldn't know it either.
Yeah.
Love the enthusiasm. Mitchell out to Jenny Murillo. It's like Johnson was a little too far back there on her defense.
Jenny Murillo just constantly bringing the hammer down on the opposing team. And then after she brings the hammer down, she has a big smile on her face as well, Diana.
Now the Lopes are fortunate to have her transferred from a small community college in Phoenix. Also something notable is she just crossed over into double-digit kills. She's at 10. And make that 11. 11 kills for Jenny Murillo. Claire Mitchell with the serve. Lopes are up 10-2.
And actually, you talked about the kills that Jenny Murillo has in passing over. Last year, she actually led the team in kills with 324, Diana. Quite an impressive number.
KJ Adams keeping that one in play, just enough to challenge the Dixie State. Mitchell, Jenny off-speed roll shot. McKenna Nelson laying out for that one. What a good hustle effort from McKenna Nelson.
No fear right there by McKenna Nelson. She will do anything to help her team out as she's clapping right there saying, let's go, we still got this. Lay it all out there on the court.
Sydney Johnson. Back row attack. KJ Adams laying out for that one again. Not enough to combat the offensive efforts of Whitney Neapoli. Taylor Lafiso. Sarah Haggie pushes that through the blocks. That'll be her third kill. And I've really loved seeing her on the net this year. She can hit on both outside and opposite. I think I've even seen her run a few middle plays before.
Yeah, she's another notable senior on GCU's team that will be missed a lot in the upcoming season.
Dump from Claire Mitchell. Neapoli using the blocking hands of the Lopes to get a point. She's gonna sub out. For Britton Hayne. He's gonna go with the jump float. Good deep ball. Mitchell for Haggie. Nelson, quick work of that. Trainer, good pickup by Mitchell. Kabinski keeping it alive. Trainer, good pickup by Mitchell. Back-to-back digs. Lafiso out to Johnson, free ball. Turi! That spot works for her, and I think she's really finding her groove and really getting comfortable with the collegiate atmosphere. So Turi.
Yeah, I love how you mentioned she's definitely getting comfortable. Head coach Tim Nolan said she improves more and more. You know, once we all get comfortable with more things, you improve immensely. And she has just shown that after one game, Diana.
Yeah, I felt like she was a little bit nervous in yesterday's game, but you could see in like the later in that third set, she was really getting comfortable and kind of used to her
Very
teammates and the collegiate atmosphere. Timeout for Dixie State. And just to take a look back at the stats, for Dixie State, we got Lalive Tonga with 4 kills, Whitney Neapoli with 3, Megan Trainer with 2, Sydney Johnson with 1, and Hannah Howard with 1. And for Grand Canyon University, no surprise, Jenny Maria with 12, Sarah Hagee with 3, Hope Hannah Harper with 2. I think she's got almost a near perfect hitting percentage with a .667. And then Kabinski, Georgia, or Kabinski, Turi, and Moss all with 1 apiece for the Lopes.
I love Hope Harper. We're going to touch on her again because I feel like she has one of those secret weapons sometimes, Diana, that comes in and they don't see it coming, and then she just brings the thunder and hits it right down the middle, right down the right side, drops it down right in front of the blockers. She is very good.
Man, she's got an arm on her for sure. I'm excited to see more things from her as the season progresses.
And talking about the season, we did not touch on this yesterday as well. It is such a big importance that we stress how much more experience Dixie State, or how many more games Dixie State has played than the Lopes, because now the Lopes only will be playing 7 teams this season due to the coronavirus. They were going to take on Chicago State, but obviously that got canceled, so it was 8. Now it is 7. So it is a short little season for everyone here due to the coronavirus.
Better something than nothing, though. Fiso. Trainer sending that one over as there was a double hit. Kabinski back to serve. The Lopes have 15 to Dixie State's 4. Kabinski floating that one out the backside. Lizzie Clark, a new name in the game. Gonna take the serve. Pick up from Claire Mitchell, trying to keep that one alive. And they're gonna call the Lopes in the net.
And it's nice to see Lizzie Clark serving for Dixie State. She actually unfortunately did not get to play a lot last season as she had a season-ending injury, but she definitely brought the spice right there. And will bring it again.
Yeah, she's another, I mean, if you look through the bios of some of these girls for Dixie State, a lot of them have been recruited to a great amount of schools, and some big schools at that. Lizzie Clark was recruited by Towson University, Bradley, Wyoming, and Westminster College. But she chose Dixie State. It looks like she loves it. I mean, most of the girls in their bios say why they chose Dixie State, and we talked about this yesterday, but most of them chose it because of the energy of the volleyball program, and you can certainly feel that. Even though they're trailing by quite a few points, you can't doubt that they have energy out there and they're having fun, which is really what it's all about.
Well, yeah, really what it's all about is having fun, making those relationships. Of course, you want to win titles and everything, but that is temporary considering the relationships that you can make.
Point goes to Lopes. Georgia Turi with the kill. Mia Gillard, freshman from Hawaii. Sydney Johnson with the tip, roll shot, easy work by Gillard. And Kyra Moss is gonna get the kill off the smart off-speed play. Gillard.
We have Lofiso on Dixie State side checking out. She was a little slow to get up after that one, Diana.
Yeah, I think Sierra Roberts is going to step in and set for her for a hot moment while she gets looked at. Gillard. Trainer gliding into the net. Point goes to the Lopes. Setter put her a little too close on there.
A great team camaraderie right there as both sides were checking with each other as they kind of ran into themselves a little bit down there at the net, checking in, but everyone gave each other a thumbs up and ready to go.
Sydney Johnson tooling that one outside of bounds. She's a senior. She was recruited by Idaho State, Hawaii Pacific, and Concordia, which is funny because I have a friend that I played volleyball with who's ended up at Idaho State. So they could have been teammates.
You were getting recruited by Dixie State, as you were telling me earlier as well. So
yeah, fun fact, I did indeed get recruited by Dixie State, but couldn't turn down coming to GCU. Love the atmosphere here. Love my job. Glad to be back doing it.
Yeah, still part of what you love, which is awesome.
Megan Trainer with the serve. Lopes have 19 to Dixie State's 9. It's like Ashley Lifgren's into the game. Turi. That'll be her second kill. Third kill.
Stellar performance so far by the freshman from Italy. I think she's really comfortable, Diana.
Yeah, I think so too. It's really finding her place on the court. Jenny Murillo picked up by Nelson. Outside to Johnson. She's going to send that into cross court. KJ Adams, great follow to the line. Point goes to Lopes. It's 21-9, and they're rapidly closing in on that 25th point.
A great constant hustle by KJ Adams. She's all over the court, like we mentioned, and she's there all for, as you can see, that big play that was posted all over Instagram as well that we previously talked about.
Anna Howard bringing the energy. I feel like every time she's subbed in, she makes a really big key play, keeps the energy alive, and then gets subbed right back out.
But you know what? She still made her mark and showing her worth to that team as well.
Of course. She was an Under Armour All-American athlete, too. A little fun fact about her. Jenny Murillo with the tip. It's like that skimmed the top of her fingers, didn't get enough momentum on the ball to really put it over the net. I mean, that happens sometimes. Johnson. Jump float. Tori, Mitchell. Moss with the quick one ball. And Tonga hits that one outside the parameters. Point goes to Lopes. It's 22-11.
Back to serve 4-year-old number 10, KJ Adams.
KJ Adams. Howard into the Lopes block. And inside their side of the court. Point goes to Lopes. That's really a key play that they probably needed to kind of keep their energy up as much as possible towards the end of the set.
Absolutely. That now makes 6 blocks for the Lopes, as Dixie State has 2.
Good pickup from Gillard. I mean, there wasn't able to get a second touch on the ball, but she stayed so calm throughout that, and she's got some great reflexes on her too. Gillard. Jenny Murillo popped up by Howard, or Nelson. Lopes closing in on that 25th point. Nelson. Gillard. Roll shot from Murillo. Back to Howard. Tip, and that's going to fall right between the libero and the setter, unfortunately. A little miscommunication.
And you can see KJ Adams and Claire Mitchell kind of discussing. Again, goes back to the communication. KJ Adams was not very happy after that one, but you got to watch what you do with the ball as well, Diana, because as I learned, you can get a yellow card from that.
Turi. Murillo. Cross court out of bounds. Looks like Dixie State is closing in. About an 8-point differential between the two of them. Nelson. Mason out to Murillo. Trailblazers keeping that one in play. Gillard. Out to Mason. To Murillo. Good pickup by Gillard again. Love her coverage. And Turi shanking that one into the stands. That's going to be a kill for number 15, Whitney Neapoli. That'll be your 5th kill.
Oh man, Mia Gillard, she is showing that she is a great defensive specialist. Ability to get down there. You talked about her different techniques. She has great techniques and great senses.
Mason to Kabinski. Good timing between the freshman setter and I believe the junior middle, Annabelle Kabinski.
We're now at set point as we got freshman Ava Mason once again to serve. About to put the nail in this set, Diana.
Mason, Kabinski again. Block from number 9, Lizzie Clark. Bringing the energy. Sierra Roberts checking back into the game. Game point in favor of the Lopes. Mason to Kabinski. Pick up from Mason once again. Adams out to Hope Hannah Carper. And there's the nail in the coffin, Marley. Hope Hannah Carper increasing her near perfect hitting percentage. Waiting for my stat monitor to update. She was sitting out about .667 before that.
Once again, she comes from the shadows, Diana. She just comes out there and pulls her weight for the team during the times that she is out there on the court.
Yeah, she's got a .750 hitting percentage, and honestly, I never see her when she gets subbed in, and then when I
didn't see
when
that
I see
either.
her, she's going up to hit the ball and
kills it every time. Yeah,
three out of 4 times she kills it. So we're gonna send you guys to a break. We'll be back with our 3rd set. You're watching women's volleyball right here on GCU TV.
Once you've been to hell and back, there's not much left to fear. When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, he checks under his bed for me. Have you ever wondered who Waldo's hiding from? Me. Not even the Cougars of LA are enough to scare me. But if I get into an accident, I'm calling the boss, Sweet James. If you've been hurt, don't back down. Call Sweet James.
About time you washed it.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
Welcome back inside the GCU Arena. As we mentioned, we got 8 sports about to be going on at the same time. So if you haven't already, make sure you go and download the Lopes app. If you haven't, it's time to download that, the Lope Nation app. You can get it on your phone. You can get it anywhere you would like. Take it with you. Keep up to date on all scores in all sports. Now, that was a great set right there, Diana. Even though Dixie State did not pull through on that one, their perseverance is just impeccable. And now GCU is 2-0 with the sets. So let's take a look real quick at the stats from that last set.
So GCU coming out on top with 26 kills to Dixie State's 17 errors. That's really what's keeping GCU so superior, is they got 7 to Dixie State's 15. 69 total attempts for Dixie State's 71. That probably means that our defensive on the Lope side, both on the net and in the backcourt, is really superior as well. Hitting percentage very high for GCU 0.275, excuse me, to Dixie State's 0.028. Once again shows that the defense both on the net and the backcourt are doing great for the Lopes. GCU's got 6 blocks to Dixie State's 3 assists. Claire Mitchell pulling through with 24. That's mostly Claire Mitchell, I'm guessing. I'll have to double check that, to Dixie State's 16. And Diggs, GCU's got 32 to Dixie State's 27. So hopefully Dixie State will kind of shave down their errors and pull together a little bit more of a neat game in this third set. And I mean, we saw this yesterday, the third set. They really kept it a lot tighter to the Lopes, so I'm hoping that'll be the case again.
Yeah, that's right. The stats are looking a little bit similar from second set last night, Diana, for sure, especially when it comes to that hitting percentage and where GCU kept them. But the Lopes are doing great on their high points, and obviously Dixie State has a few adjustments to make going into this third set.
It's going to be a good set to watch indeed, as this is the last time they're going to see Dixie State, as their schedule is kind of in a block style. They play two home games against the same team, and then they go on the road for two more games, and then reverse that or repeat that again and again. So I believe they got they're gonna be on the road next week. That's too bad that they're not playing New Mexico State at home. I'd love to be on that game, but unfortunately they're on the road for that game against New Mexico State. And I saw the Dixie State, they played New Mexico State a little while ago, and they actually took them to 4 sets. So that's pretty interesting to me. And I know I'm going to be watching that stream when GCU plays the Aggies for sure.
Well, and, you know, they were top contenders last season, although they didn't get to finish their last season, the season before that, 2019. They were top contenders against New Mexico State when no one thought that they would be. And Coach Nolan said that they don't want that anymore. They don't want to have people be surprised that the Lopes make it that far. They want to make it a normal. Same goes for men's volleyball as well. Coach Worley has said along the same lines when they beat USCLA. We talked about how excited we were, and they said we don't want that. We want it to be a normal thing that always happens for us.
Yes, of course. And I mean, with all these new WAC entries, we might be a multi-bid conference, which would be huge. Mm-hmm. Mitchell out to Murillo. That's setting up how this match or the set is going to look like, I think. Continuing over the dominance from the last 2 sets.
Yeah, the girls are looking to go get that broom, Diana, and sweep Dixie State out of here.
Johnson. Mitchell out to Murillo. Blocked, picked up again. Murillo blocked again, picked up. Turi free balling that one over. Johnson stuffing that one through. That's her third kill for the senior. Johnson back to serve. Senior from Spokane, Washington. Turi. Murillo. Johnson keeping it in play, keeping it close, and something happened with Megan Trainer. Looks like she's okay.
Walking it off, smiling, giving high fives.
Sometimes that can happen when you're looking up at the ball and you're also looking out for the pole and try not to hit it.
Hopefully they'll give her a substitution soon to give her a little breather and make sure she's okay. Ref making sure, checking in that everything's all right.
Looks like she's gonna play through it. She's gonna walk it off. Mitchell with the serve. Nepali, KJ Adams keeping it in play. Number 9, Lizzie Clark from the middle. Murillo, Nelson picking it up. Nepali picked up by Turi. Mitchell sent it out to Murillo again. That one's gonna be touched by the block of Dixie State. Point goes to Lopes. It's 4-1.
I was kind of looking down there at the floor, ref. I don't know about you, Diana, waiting for the call. Couldn't quite read that one, but it did go off the fingertips, and it will be the Lopes point. 3-1 now. GCU leads.
Service ace for Claire Mitchell.
Sydney Johnson trying to get there. Couldn't quite hit it up right there to give it to another teammate.
That's their 4th service ace. 3rd one for Claire Mitchell. She's got a hat trick in service aces. In hockey terms, I guess. Haggy down line. That one's inside the court. I'm thinking they're saying that one kind of fell outside the antenna when it went over the net.
Yeah, so they'll do a replay here of they'll start it all over again, basically, from the last one.
Nelson. Clark on the touch off the block. Lizzie Clark, also a senior. She's from Sandy, Utah.
And I love looking at the different bios of the opposing team, Diana. There's actually a lot of people or players on Dixie State where their parents were very talented athletes as well. It was such a fun read and interesting as well.
I saw quite a few of them. Their parents actually played at Dixie State. I know there was one where
BYU was a big one too.
Yeah, a lot of very athletic parents. Mitchell, Murillo from the opposite side, tools that one off the block and out of bounds. Point goes to Lopes, it's 5-3. Ashley Lifgren, another one of those freshmen to keep your eye on in years to come. Howard, Mitchell picks it up. Adams sends it out to Turi. Nelson, out to Howard again, picked up by Claire. Aggie. Johnson also getting the dig. Howard tipping that one. Point goes to Lopes. They're going to call a double on that one. Not sure exactly what the specific player is that got the double.
And that ball handling error was by Megan Trainer. Those errors, again, is something that we talked about, well, obviously now on both sides, but primarily on Dixie State's side, that those are easy points that you can't give up right there.
Most definitely. Eighth service error for the Lopes. Dixie State has half that with 4. Adams, out to Mitchell. Minsky blocked, send back out. Turi. Mitchell getting another dig. Aggie. And they're gonna call a touch on that one. Loving Claire Mitchell's defense. She's gotta be up there with digs by now. Yeah, she's got 9. She's almost in double digits. Love to see her get a double-double.
Great blocking ability as well down there by Megan Trainer. Even though she was slow to get up, she has obviously shown that she is back, she is ready, and she is still willing to play.
Turi blocked.
Returning in the Dixie State lineup to serve, number 6, Britton Hayne.
Britton Hayne, freshman, subbing in to take the serve. Relatively close third set. It's 7-5. Haggie pushing that through the block. Johnson, off-speed shot to the donut. That one's gonna fall right in front of Ashley Lifgren. Trailblazers closing in on the Lopes. It's 7-6. Turi hammering one down the line. Aggie, line shot again. That's going to be touched by libero McKenna Nelson. Sarah Haggie, 5th kill this afternoon.
Like you mentioned, Diana, that seems like her little sweet spot on those sides a little bit. And every time she can primarily pull through, and that she's constantly substituting with Mia Gillard, who has just come in for the GCU Lopes. Great job by both girls going back and forth.
We'll hit an error mistake. That off-speed roll shot. Gillard once again back to serve.
That's about the second time that we've seen Dixie State kind of do that, where it rolls off their fingertips or something kind of happens and it drops below the net.
Gillard with the floater. Pick up by Turi. Free balled over by Lifgren. KJ Adams and chicken wing from Turi to keep it alive. Johnson, Sydney Johnson, what a killer hit. And she's absolutely come alive here in this third set. That's her 5th kill. She had no block though. Lopes were still scrambling from that little chicken wing move from Turi. Good reflexes.
Yeah, great reflexes. As we said, the chicken wing is when it comes right down and the player kind of does a little movement. They didn't know that it was coming, so it makes them look like they got a little chicken wing.
Johnson again, tooled off the block. She's hot, give her the ball. Number 8, Sydney Johnson, that's her 6th kill.
Once again, just like last game, Diana, the girls here in set 3 on Dixie State's side is closing up the gap. And so this is gonna be a very interesting set to see if the girls on the Lope side sweep them or if they have to go into a 4 set.
Nelson. That one's hit wide by Megan Trainer. Point goes to Lopes, it's 10-8. But, I mean, Dixie State's really on their tails in this set. This is the set I was hoping for, Marley. Turi. Johnson. Out to Johnson again. A little dump over to set freshman Mia Gillard. Kind of fumbled with that.
And if you were to replay that after the game is over, Diana, Megan Trainor kind of didn't know that that ball was intended for her, but right there she delivers anyways and does a very nice job.
Gillard kept alive by Turi, sent over by Adams. Beautiful hit by Clark from the slide. Kept alive by Nelson, kept alive again by Setter. Rio kept sent over by Nelson, and both sides scrambling. Moss with the slide hit to the cross-court seam.
Moss put out the fire right there by Dixie State, but a great rally once again. They keep getting longer and longer. The girls keep getting more powerful, bringing the energy, bringing the heat. As we mentioned in our pregame, these Dixie State Trailblazers are not going to give up without a fight, and they're looking to avenge their loss from yesterday.
Johnson, off-speed shot, scrambling. Claire Mitchell with the joust. She pushes that through that middle Clark to get a kill. And, you know, she's not that's her first kill of tonight. I mean, I was laughing about it yesterday. She had almost
5 kills last night, yeah.
Almost there for a bit, just as many kills as Jenny Murillo. Mitchell, Murillo, Nelson picked it up. Setter dump from Megan Trainor. She can hit, she can set. Megan Trainor.
Great job. I love that Dixie State is like, well, if you can do it, so can we. And I don't think the Lopes were expecting that at all. Greatly executed. It is now 10-12 here inside the arena. GCU still barely leading by 2 points with Sydney Johnson to serve for Dixie State.
Megan Trainor was one of her parents were the ones that played at BYU. Great dump. Claire Mitchell says, I can do that too. I got my eye on you.
1 for 1 right there, yeah.
I got my eye on you, Megan Trainor. But Megan Trainor's parents were the ones, her mother, Kathy, was an All-American volleyball player at Utah Valley State College. And she went on to play at BYU. And her dad, Trainor's dad, David, was also a student athlete at BYU. It doesn't say exactly what sport he played, but
yeah, the drive and athletic ability is definitely in the family. I'm sure they push her and encourage her every single day, letting her know that she's got this.
Clark hitting that one wide.
Great getting out of the way move by KJ Adams right there. It is now 15-10 GCU. So we have a short break right now, which will give us an opportunity to look at the upcoming schedule. So if we take a look here, as we mentioned, we got softball coming up. They taking on Utah on Thursday at 6 p.m., followed by men's volleyball, which is on Friday at 4 p.m., along with Saturday as well, which Diana and I will be on Saturday together, so tune in and listen. And then softball is here once again versus Montana on Friday at 5:30. They also have another game on Saturday, so make sure to tune in to all those games. Everything is starting to kick up a little bit here, Diana.
Of course, yeah, I'm going to be on both those men's volleyball games here coming up on Friday and Saturday. The Friday game got moved from 2 to 4 p.m. So if anyone planning to tune into that game, just make note of that. It's going to be an exciting one. I think the last time the men's team played, they played against Concordia already, and it was very tight. There wasn't one set that they didn't go into overtime points. I think even one went up to 30. So that's going to be a really exciting matchup for them.
And our men's team last year, we had the honor of commentating some of those big games, UCLA, Pepperdine, Stanford, and our boys are amazing, and I believe that they can bring the heat again this year. So make sure to tune in to all those games up and coming.
Mitchell, she's got 4 service aces. Blocked. Murillo into that cross-court seam. 17 kills on this afternoon's matchup. She's going to match her 18, I believe, that she racked up in yesterday's game.
And her power bar keeps rising and rising every time that she lifts that arm to smack the ball down, Diana.
KJ Adams. Rio getting the touch off the block. That's her 18th. She's matched yesterday's tally. And I mean, I gotta look up. She's gotta be near her personal best as far as kills per game. She may very well achieve that this Tuesday afternoon. Mitchell with the service error. That's the Lopes' 9th service error. Lizzie Clark back to serve. Score is 17 to Dixie State's 11. Mitchell for Murillo in the opposite. And that one's gonna go outside the antenna, not able to keep that one in play. Ashley Lifgren checks in to take the serve.
And I like seeing Jenny and Ashley substituting each other as well, Diana. I don't believe we saw that as much last night. It's nice to get a break every once in a while, but it's also nice to see what talent is out there and what they have to offer as well.
Sierra Roberts back to serve. Johnson keeping it alive. In the middle, Tonga getting blocked by the Lopes.
Yeah, Hannah Eskis right there. Feel like we have not said her name that much at all this afternoon. Putting it down right there, way to deliver.
She played quite a bit in yesterday's second and third set. It's good to see her back in today. That one's gonna fall inside the court. That's where communication really comes in handy. I mean, there's not much time to talk about it, but Hannah made a decision and she stuck with it.
Yeah, definitely had to have those communication skills, be quick and efficient, and be able to get it done.
Lifgren. Moss, cross-court slide. Adams. Turi down line. Johnson gonna take a swing at it, sends that one off the end, but there's gonna be a touch from the Lopes net.
I do not know if I agree with that one, Diana. I saw Ashley Lifgren right there ducking because she knew it was going to be out, and they called a touch on that. I would understand why the Lopes would be so frustrated right now.
And it looks like the down ref's going to come and talk to the up ref. Line judge is included in the conversation as well. You know, I don't know. I don't think it was a back row touch. It could have been on the front row, but I didn't really see it. So I was kind of a little bit shocked that they called that on a touch for that one as well. So we'll see what the refs conclude with here in a second. Lopes are up 19-14.
And we were mentioning or talking about our upcoming schedule and our men's volleyball game coming up, Diana. And for those watching, if you watch the men's volleyball game after you watch this one, make sure you watch the different serves that the boys have versus the girls. The boys are really on that jump serve, getting that height, where girls are more of a little hop and then a little nice ball over, but those boys bring a different energy and power to it. So it's fun to watch all of this, but due to the fact that the boys have more energy, their rallies are not as long, where in girls' team it is longer. And the point is turned over and rewarded to the Lopes.
Yeah, the boys, it's kind of like whoever gets the ball first and has the first offensive opportunity, they're going to capitalize on it. So it's kind of like one and done, and so on and so forth. But sometimes you see some digs. I mean, I love it when the men get digs because it's really impressive.
And it looks like Megan Trainer on Dixie State's side is the captain as she is talking to the referee. Looks like coach wants an explanation on why that got overruled.
And I'm just going to run over and talk to head coach Robin Felder in her 9th season with Dixie State.
And she's created and formed and molded to amazing players, very amazing players. She has played herself very decorated as well. And obviously the point was awarded to GCU right there. The score is now 20-13 GCU with Mia Gillard serving for the Lopes.
Going to be a service error. The 10th one for GCU.
I don't know if you were watching Haney, number 6 on Dixie State side, Diana, but she was walking around with a little sass. I love to see that.
Yeah, she's pretty spunky. I was watching her in warm-ups. Good up by Nelson. Johnson down line. Gonna be a touch. Gillard looking a little defeated on that one.
A lot of close calls right here. But as we understand, whatever the refs do decide, whatever they do see, we will respect.
Adams kept alive by Mitchell. Clark. Turi tipped. Johnson's there. Trainer sends it over outside to Turi again. Down line, picked up. Nelson diving to try and make a play off that. Not going to be able to do it. Scores 21-15. And something I just realized about Mia Gillard, a person we've been talking about a lot and who I'm very impressed with. I mean, I saw her tapes when we were game prepping before the season started, and I was really excited about her, and I think I'm more excited about her now than I was a couple months ago. Really talented freshman, but she normally played in the libero spot, I think, in high school, and liberos traditionally, they sit in that middle back and that left back defensive position, and she's been playing on the right side, which is where, you know, your opposites and your setters sit for defense. So I'm sure that's been an adjustment. It's not too much of an adjustment, but it's still an adjustment for you to be making at this level, well, especially when you've been playing in those other 2 spots for so long.
Well, I'm glad that Coach Nolan is starting her on her freshman year. You know, I bet it has been quite a transition for KJ Adams, like we mentioned, but to go back to Mia Gillard, her high school senior year, she had, I believe it was 140, she had 143 digs, and she played that position really well, but as a defensive specialist, she is now allowed to go, not just stick to the back court, but she can go to the front court and just be wherever the team needs her to be.
Yeah, and she's a little smarty. Her major is computer programming, something that I could never dream of doing. So props to her. She also graduated with honors and helped her team to a 29 state championship in Hawaii, which is pretty big. Turi picked up. Johnson tipped over. Moss tipping that one into the left side. Johnson, short, picked up by Turi. Out to Murillo. They're gonna award that one to the Trailblazers. Gonna say it's a double.
And that's the first double touch for GCU. As we know, there has been 2 on Dixie State's side.
Jenny Murillo capitalizing on the last few remaining points of this third set. She's up to 19. Adams. Clark sending that one into the block. Blocking hands of Murillo. She's questioning the ref on that one. I gotta say, I think that's a fair call. I don't understand why Jenny was questioning the call on that one. Maybe she, I mean, we're way up here, like we said. I can't exactly see everything, but point will go to Dixie State. It's 22-17, and that's gonna be not the best time to make those kinds of errors for Sydney Johnson, senior from Spokane, Washington.
Yeah, Diana, we are now only 2 points away from GCU sweeping this team as well. We'll see if the Trailblazers can get something going a little here as GCU kind of bites themselves in the back with the service ace right there. Definitely don't want to give away those easy points when it is a nail-biting game right now.
Yeah, only 5 points stand between the two of them. And they're going to send that one outside the court. It is game point, 24-18. Ashley Lifgren is going to sub in, take what could be the last serve of the game, potentially.
Ashley Lifgren. The bench getting excited, waiting to see what's going to happen.
Mitchell keeping that one alive. Adams out to Turi. She hit that a little bit under the ball, send that one too deep.
And the Lobes got a little excited right there. They probably thought that there was a touch and that they ended this thing. Not quite. Let's see if they can do it right here. Everyone that is the limited amount of people that are here in the arena are now standing up, hoping for that win for the Lobes.
Adams, Turi. Back row attack, Lifgren! A little miscommunication, and it's getting closer and closer by the minute. It's 24-20. Tim Nolan's gonna talk it over. And let's take a look at the stats. We got Jenny Murillo on the Lobe side with 19 kills. Georgia Turi, Sarah Hagee both with 5. And for Dixie State, it's Sydney Johnson with 7, Whitney Neapoli with 6, Tonga with 5, and Megan Trainer with 4. So there isn't as many spreading between the kill stats as we saw in yesterday's game for Dixie State. I don't think we did not get above double digits on their side as far as stats go. Their head coach, Robin Felder, kept the rotation of all the girls pretty consistent. Didn't leave any one girl in there for too long. I mean, that could be a tactic as far as the game goes, trying to keep GCU on their toes. Because sometimes you can get used to a certain way a girl's hitting, and girls are hitting different on any given night.
Yeah, that's right, Diane, absolutely. I mean, a perfect example would be what Claire Mitchell does with her dump. You know, once they get used to it and kind of understand what their tactic is, then they're ready and well prepared for last time. But to add on to what you said, I think moving those girls around and kind of confusing the opposing team is obviously beneficial in some way.
Adams out to Turi, off the block. KJ Adams is there. Haggy, cross court, and that's gonna fall. The 25th point goes to the Lopes. All the girls run on the court. Gonna say a big thank you to the fans for showing up, all capped under 200 of them. And what a game. And Marley, they swept them both games in 3 sets. So I'm a little surprised, to be honest. I thought maybe one of these games would go to 4 sets. But yeah, I mean, you can't help but really get excited about the freshman talent we got on the team. Georgia Turi did a great job, and Hope Hannah Carper can't ignore her hitting percentage of .750. And of course, Mia Gillard, the DS from Hawaii.
Absolutely. This game demonstrated the talent that they have out there on the court and shows that GCU is going to be a serious contender for the WAC season. Even though it is very short, you have to come out here and play every game like it's your last, metaphorically speaking. Since it is so short, you have to prove yourself in a short amount of time. But huge shout out to all the freshmen who played. Great recruits on Tim Nolan's side and the rest of their team. So after talking about some of those freshmen, we actually do have a freshman for player of the game, and that is Georgia Turi. Take a look here. She has 5 kills, 14 digs, 1 assist, but Diana, she was all over the court and she played it all out there, sacrificing everything.
Yeah, I'm glad to finally see her out in action. We talked about this yesterday. We were in practice a couple weeks ago, and unfortunately she was not practicing that day. I was very excited to see her go at it because she's from Italy. So, I mean, she's got to be really special if they're
far away from home.
They're convincing her to come from Italy. We're happy to have her, though. Very talented. Another notable one, Mia Gillard. Love to see her. She had 5 digs. Did some really good free ball passing, setting Claire Mitchell up. And, of course, we didn't even mention Claire Mitchell today, but she had 31 assists, 10 digs. So she got a double-double. She had 2 kills even, too. Her setter dumps were working earlier on in the game. But let's go ahead and take a look at the stats for the conclusion of this game. GCU had 40 kills to Dixie State's 28, and they kept their errors down again. GCU with 9 errors. I think they had 7 last time we had a game stat update, to Dixie State's 20 errors. Even hitting attempts got over that 100-point threshold, 100 hit threshold. Hitting percentage was dominant for GCU with .277 to Dixie State's .071. GCU staying hot on the net with 7 blocks to Dixie State's 4. Assists, Claire Mitchell doing her work with 36 to Dixie State's 26. And then digs relatively close, GCU with 55 and Dixie State with 50. So I'm excited to see where GCU goes from here on out. They're doing really well. They're 4-0 on the season. And yeah, it's going to be a great rest of the season. So remember, you can follow Grand Canyon University on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And don't forget to download the Lope Nation app so you can watch all live streams from your mobile device, or subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GCU. So tune in for our next live stream as the Lopes will be back. It'll be men's volleyball on Friday at 4 p.m. against Concordia. You won't want to miss it. So on behalf of Marley Thompson and my fellow streaming crew, have a great night and go Lopes.